I started my martial art training back in 1973. I was a short little chubby kid. I was enamored with a TV show at the time called Kung Fu. Anyone? And remember that show? Yes, it is an older group, I see that. Very good, all right. So, Kwai Chang Caine, Shaolin monk, is walking across the American desert, and he walks into the old western town. The bad guys try to beat him up, and he takes care of them using his Kung Fu. And when you're 10 years old, it's the coolest thing you've ever seen. And I literally begged my mom to let me go to my first class. And as I was watching, I saw these people, these amazingly powerful moves. And I felt like I came home. We have a saying in the martial arts, is that a champion doesn't need to be told what to do. They just need to be reminded. They just need to be reminded. And sometimes that's about recalling how important you are and how much power you have. And sometimes it's about changing your mindset. I truly believe, in my heart of hearts, is that you don't need to learn how to kick and punch for 50 years like me in order to learn these lessons, because we all have that champion inside of us. Most of you are living your lives from a perspective of have, do, be. When I have enough money, then I'll do the things I want to do and I'll be happy. Anyone relate to that? When I have enough time, then I'll do the things I told my kids I do and I'll be a better parent. When I have more customers, then I'll do the expansion of my business and I'll be successful. And it's not to say that any of that stuff on the outside is bad. But the fact of the matter is what people who really are onto it know that it all starts from the inside. In fact, my teacher told me that what people do that have really got it going is they turn those words around. They look at life from a perspective of be, do, have. If you want more knowledge, if you want more collaboration, if you want more abundance, whatever you want, start being that way. Then do the things that support it and you have what you want. How are you showing up? What are you doing to truly be who you're meant to be?
100% strength comes from 100% vulnerability. And when we do that, gentlemen, what we do is we give others the permission to do the same. So where do you have an opportunity to be courageous with someone yourself in your own vulnerability? The Chinese have two characters for crises. One of them is a time of danger. The other is a time of opportunity. Now, when we're in a time of crisis, it's really easy to be discouraged, to be angry, to get in the blame game. You know, it's the school system, it's politics, it's social media, it's all those things, and we might be right about that. But here's the thing I want you to understand. We have the power to make that change, and what I know from all my years of martial arts is when somebody has an empowerment that they start to feel, that's when they start feeling better about themselves.
When you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change. So the question I have for you is, where do you have an opportunity? In your life, in your relationships, in your personal life, however that looks for you, to look at things differently. Because that's when we begin to take our power back. Because when we don't do that, then what ends up happening is we can become a victim to our circumstances, right? It doesn't mean that we don't go through challenging times. It doesn't mean that we don't have pain. It doesn't mean we don't have hurt. But the fact of the matter is when we get to a place where we're no longer the victim, but we become the owner in the situation, that's where we get our power back. And that's the champion's mindset.